Listen to me, you know what I'm saying? I want to talk to y'all real quick. Hold on for a minute, wait a minute, hold on, wait. Shout out to everybody. Your boy is back. I do want to say that, you know what I mean? It's a little bit of drama going on here, you know what I mean, that we want to talk about. But it's 2025, you know what I mean? People can get mad, I know. So without further ado, before we get started with all of this, maybe in 2026, we'll start dialing down, you know what I mean? But y'all know what we gotta do. Get mad, get mad, get mad. Bad news told everything. Wait a minute. 100% accuracy. Officer T. Ward knows. He told everything. Wait a minute. Cheese in the chat, please. Cheese up in this chat. Gorgonzola. Mozzarella. Everything. Clone owes knowledge of foot. I do want to put that out there. Shout out to Knowledge of God. I don't think he's got his foot yet. Shout out to him. Clone told them people, what do I have to say to go home? Shout out to you, Clone, for tattletelling. Them detectives know everything. Clone did not even get McDonald's. And he did. 100%. He tried to say the battle rap community told on him. He let that Twitter go. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Shout out to Clone. He is back doing music appearances. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Clone. No diss. You know what I mean? He's on stage rapping that snitch talk. Shout out to Clone. Bad news. I'm sorry you thought you got away. Bad news, because all this drama, everything. Hopped up out of that hospital bed, ran down that hallway and saw Officer T. Ward and said, wait. That's how you control a room. Bad news. Turn that body cam off and hand me that binder. Officer T. Ward obliged. Handed bad news, that binder. Bad news opened up that binder with the list of suspects with the photos and a photo lineup and pointed out number 4. He did Thug Life. He said he did this to me. He did everything. Shout out to Bad News. Was trying to have people believing he was driving around in a Ford Expedition at 9 years old. Bad News. I'm sorry. Almost done with you. Got off stage with Av after spitting that snitch talk. Shout out to him. He went behind the scenes. Somebody had the Meta Ray-Bans on and recording his exchange with him and Kid Slate. Shout out to Kid Slate. Kid Slate was not having none of it. He kind of went in on Bad News about that later. And he tried to say, I guess we all, police now, over and out, over and out. You did radio on your shoulder, Bad News. You did do that. I do want to put that out there. You know what I'm saying? Baby bottles in the chat for Chess, please. Can we get some baby bottles in the chat for Chess? Thug Life. Chess has been choking and throwing up in the battle rap community for years now. Going on close to 10 years. Shout out to Chess. You know what I'm saying? We're calling him Little KO Pectate. Shout out to Chess. Chess has been heaving in battles, and now it has become part of his rounds. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him. Last time he battled J2, smacking them, forgot to burp him. Chess needs to be burped before the battles. I am sorry to tell y'all this. I am a fan of Chess 2. I am a fan. You know what I'm saying? The creative player. Shout out to him. Make sure you burp him. I have a newborn. I understand it. His name's Raiden. Shout out to him. Thug Life. You have to, you have to burp them. You know what I'm saying? Chess Still needs to be burped. Baby bottles in the chat, please. Black gloves in the chat, please, for J Mills. Can we get some black gloves in the chat? Go check out that interview I did with him. It was a very respectful interview. He did get a little crazy. I ain't gonna even lie. Shout out to him. Go check that out. Black gloves in the chat for doing a complete turnaround. You know what I mean? To where now he is at the upper echelon now. What's going on in battle rap? He is out here hurting pockets. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him. Black gloves in the chat for J Mills. He deserves that. I do want to say that to him. You know what I mean? Not just because I interviewed him. He had the whole battle rap community on lockdown, kind of watching all of that. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Rocks in the chat. I'm sorry, 40. It is what it is. You know, I love you and Leopard Prince. Rocks in the chat for 40 bars. She has been stealing from the battle rap community for years now. I do want to put that out there. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to her. No diss. She shows up to battles with a phone, you know what I mean, that allegedly has bars in it. She can't remember them, you know what I mean? And she has been choking in battles for years, stealing money from battle rap for years. And, you know, we've been letting her go because she's fine and everything. But we do have to put that out there. Shout out to her. Rocks in the chat for Clean Paper. Clean has been stealing from the battle rap community for years. I don't think I can put an alleged on that. He has been taking deposits, not showing up to battles. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him, you know what I mean, for his thievery and what he's been doing. Shout out to him. He goes ghost every once in a while, smoking them rocks. Shout out to Clean. You know what I mean? Get clean. I don't know. He gonna get mad. It is what it is. Thug life. You know what I'm saying? No diss. Boxing gloves in the chat, please, for Official. Boxing gloves in the chat. Official let it be known, and she even talked about this in Eliza Versa battle. Shout out to Official and Eliza Versa. Go check that out. She let it be known. Don't talk crazy about my family in a battle, or you can get the bigs. Boop, boop, bow, boop, big. Boop, boop, bow. She even hit her with a bicycle kick. Shout out to Luke Kane. See. Luke Kane did say that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Luke Kane. Coffee in the chat, please. Can we get some coffee in the chat? Everybody getting it today. Coffee in the chat. No diss. Coffee Brown got that email. I know y'all at home saying this with me. Shout out to everybody. She got that email. You know what I'm saying? Said that they were going to take legal action. Coffee Brown did a dedicated snitch blog. Shout out to her. She did a dedicated snitch blog, and she said, wait, I will tell you everybody that was on that live. PIPERBOY Williams, Chris Unbiased, PIPERBOY Williams, Angry Fan, you know what I mean? Official, Polo, everybody, you know what I'm saying? And those were the bloggers. If you need some addresses and everything, I got that for you. Shout out to Coffee Brown for snitching on us. Shout out to you. No diss. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Am I forgetting anything before we get started? I'm sorry. Waves in the chat, please. I'm sorry, Surf. Go crazy on me. Waves up in his chat. Yes, ma'am's up in his chat. Sue Surf, shout out to you. No diss. We love Surf. Shout out to Sue Surf. Sue Surf told Mr. Whipple. Shout out to Mr. Whipple, Sue Surf's attorney. Told Mr. Whipple, I am done with the Rolling 60s. I am done. It is over. I don't want to do this no more. What do I have to do to go home? What? Shout out to Surf. Can we get some yes ma'ams in the chat? So Mr. Whipple and Surf, shout out to them. Went up in front of that judge, you know what I mean? And the Surf was asked some questions. You know, I mean, some leading questions, but you know, I mean, he kind of signed up on all of this. I don't know. I don't have the pre-sentence report and all that. But they asked Sue Surf. Shout out to Sue Surf. I kind of don't want to do this, but they asked him, Are you one of the leaders of the organization? You know, the one that everybody's charged with racketeering of. He said, yes, ma'am. They asked Sue Surf, were you conspiring with members and associates in, you know, committing crimes in furtherance of the gang? Sue Surf got in front of that judge and said, yes, ma'am. Can we get some blue hearts in the chat? I know Battle Rap community gonna get mad. Can we get some blue hearts in the chat? You know what I mean? Shout out. My heart was hurting when I heard that one too. I ain't gonna even lie. They asked Sue Surf. I'm sorry, Sue Surf. I'm trying to get over this. You know what I mean? They asked Sue Surf. I guess I'm the only blogger that keeps it real and stuff. One of them, you know what I mean? They asked Sue Surf, you know what I mean? Were you traveling across state lines with members and associates, you know what I mean, with that product, that hard white, that white girl, that that Becky? Were you going across state lines with that Becky? You know what I mean? With members and associates and furtherance of the gang. You know what I'm saying? And Sue Surf said, yes, ma'am. It's over. I don't. Shout out to Sue Surf. When he gets out, he will tell us, you know what I mean, why the dry snitching. I don't know. Shout out to everybody in battle rap for that. You know what I'm saying? For not, can we get some pigeons in? Can we get some pigeons in the chat, please? Can we, I mean, still pigeon. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Sue Surf. No diss. You know what I mean? You know he rock with you. You know what I mean? But you can't be up in front of the judge saying all of that. I mean, I know new snitch rules are written every day, but you know, it is what it is. No diss. So I do want to say this. John the Don, shout out to him, right? He ended up dropping a music video, right? And it's like this, he's addressing the culture. You know what I mean? And he's kind of getting crazy on this track. He's going at different media people and stuff like that, and he's talking about kind of what he's been going through. You know what I mean? And his State of the Culture music video. I will say this, right? I mean, the timing was a little bit off for me, but I actually like the song. Did y'all... y'all can, I know y'all want me to put the Slick Mattins in the chat. Maybe another time. I don't know. I'm not trying to bury goods or nothing like that. I think, you know what I mean? His issue with Jay Mills, maybe, I don't know. I don't know. Shout out to him. But I actually like the song that John the Don put out. Did y'all like that song? Not, you know what I mean? Not, I was kind of, I ain't gonna lie, John. I was kind of like, I'm waiting for my diss here. I was listening to it. I'm like, you know, you're waiting. You're like, oh, they about to diss me. They about to diss me. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have a diss on there. Shout out to John. You know what I mean? I rock with you. No diss. You're not in the intro. John is not in the intro. He has not made the intro anymore. Shout out to John for not dissing me. You know what I mean? But John, I thought the song was actually dope. You know what I'm saying? Y'all tell me which. I thought it was better than I don't want to say no names, right? You know, it's enough going on with a lot of people. I thought it was better than a lot of diss tracks that I heard. Not better than, you know, Jay Mills or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I thought his song was a lot better than a lot of them diss tracks that I heard. I ain't gonna even lie. Shout out to John the Don. You know what I mean? Shout out to him. I do want to say this, right? Eazy The Block Captain is getting jumped. It's what it is. Why are they jumping him? You know what I mean? This is interesting to me. You know what I mean? I don't know. I want to say this to everybody. I see Cassidy about to battle Eazy, and it's dope. Cassidy is back in battle rap. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to take anything away from what Cassidy is doing. You know what I mean? Because I feel like, hey, you booked him to battle. You know what I mean? TBL. He's booked to battle. He's going to market. He's going to promote. When you book Cassidy for an event, everything is encompassing, right? You know, so if you want the marketing promotion, you pay him right, this is what you're going to get. And this is why you see Cassidy on 15 Minutes of Fame talking to the Restore Order podcast. You see him talking to Hip Hop Is Real. You see him going crazy on Twitter. You see him it's because I feel like they may have done good business with him, right? And you see the effects of that, right? Is that everybody's kind of looking like at what Cassidy is doing is like, yeah, we riding with Cassidy. Nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? But it's like, I don't know, man. It kind of, it's like everybody's writing Cassidy's rounds for it. Not saying Cassidy, they writing your rounds for, you know what I mean? Is what it is. You know, but you say something and everybody backs it up, which is interesting. You know what I mean? Because it's like, Cassidy can literally, I feel like it's to the point now. Cassidy can go on stage and just say what everybody already been here and get around. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it's like that right now. You know what I'm saying? Which is, I know Eazy kind of took a step back from the marketing promotion. I think he's supposed to get started with marketing soon because I think he had posted a tweet not too long ago saying like, yo, he's next week or something like that. He was going to get to the marketing promoting. I think Cassie's got to jump on the marketing promotion. I'm not gonna lie, he gotta jump on that. He gotta jump on that. You know what I mean? So it's good. Like Eazy, I feel like is gonna have to be playing catch up. You know what I mean? But they jumping me. Is it warranted? I'll say this. When you got somebody that's like Cassie, like a Philly known legend, you know what I mean? Like. There is no, whether or not Cassidy moved to Atlanta at 21 or 22, whatever, he's still known as a Philly legend. You know what I mean? So it's like difficult when people hear somebody like that say, Bull ain't even from here. He's from Pottsville. He's not from here. Like, what are we doing? Like, we don't even know where he's from. The block. That causes everybody to start doing research. You know what I'm saying, on what's going on. And people who was rocking with Eazy before are now turning on him. You know what I mean? In support of Cass. Now, I want to say this, right? I get it. I understand what's going on. But Cassidy is battling, at least right now, once. Right? When he stops battling, some of y'all might still need a place to battle. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's cool, like the marketing promotion of it. But think about, you know, Trenches is there. You know what I'm saying? So just think about what y'all doing. You know what I mean? Say your piece. You know, but are y'all making it more personal than it needs to be? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Or am I caping for Eazy? Am I caping for Eazy? Let me know in the chat, please. You know what I'm saying? Shout out. I don't know. Like, should it be personal? I seen the interview with Zan, right? And we reacted to that. And I think one thing I liked about the interview that Zan did is that we got a chance to see more of her personality, you know, that we haven't gotten a chance to see. And you can see she funny, she cool, you know what I mean? So shout out to that. But like when I listened to the interview, right, this is like one instance, like I'm hearing like, cause she says that she robbed Eazy, like she took his money, you know what I mean? Like when he was locked and then he gets out, you know what I mean? And whatever happens, whatever. Like I think she said something like, yo, she used to take care of a lot of his, you know, dealings and storage and stuff like that. And so she still had to live. So she used like his stash money. But he was feeling some type of way like, yo, you kind of stole from me, gang. And she basically telling Eazy, get it back in blood. Yo. She said it's kind of a joke. But he decides to work with her. You know what I mean? Like he decides to work with her and brings her into the trenches and what he's doing. And then she starts talking about She Bree or whatever with Taz, you know, which starts, and then Taz like leaks things. So it's like, it starts like a lot of dissension what's going on like within the trenches. You know what I'm saying? And then she gets to a point where she's saying, she was just like, yo, I had basically like a sit down with Eazy and Remy, and they were trying to like not do damage control, but figure out like what was the best way to move. But me and him like kept arguing. And so she decides to leave the trenches. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know. It's like, you robbed him. You robbed him. And then he still tried to put money in your pocket. You go to the trenches, you talking about the other people that's kind of rocking it, the Sea Breed to to Zan, you telling, you know what I mean, y'all, you know, past history or whatever, you and Eazy and all of that. And this is why she got a boyfriend. She goes and she tries to work with Eazy, a dude that was messing with her before. You know what I mean? So, and then it's, so then her and Taz and everybody, and everybody starts warning. She has to sit down with Remy and Eazy, however that went. I don't know if it was on the phone, whatever. And she decides to leave, right? I'm wondering, because what wasn't asked was she still in contract? This is one thing, right? Was she still in contract when she left? You know what I mean? Is what I'm wondering. No disrespect to Zan, shout out to her. You know what I mean? The only problem I had is when she said she was the highest viewed female battler. That's the only problem I had. I think it's 40 bars. Shout out to 40. But well, you were in contract when you just said, I'm not dealing with this no more. I got a boyfriend or whatever. Like, I'm leaving. So Eazy and them decided to take her battles down. Which before, when I started hearing about all of this, I was like, yo, why would Eazy just do that? Like, that's crazy. Like, why did he do that? But the more I watched the interview of her, like, kind of going in on Eazy, and she said, like, what happened, I'm just like, I'll take your battles down. I'm kind of thinking that. I don't know if I'm tripping. Let me know in the comment section. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to y'all. I don't know. And then, so they even, because you're trying to talk to somebody. They out and they spilling all your information on Twitter and doing interviews and all that. They spilling everything that's been going on, right? When people are like finding out about like Eazy, Remy and all that stuff, and she's like spilling like a lot of things. Long story short, right? So she leaves and they take her battles down. They say for you to get your battles back up, leverage kicks in, right? So it's like, yo, you got to sign an NDA and you got to pay $1,000. Are they charging her $1,000 because she broke a contract, or are they charging her $1,000 because they're trying to be petty? You know what I'm saying? But with that, she would have to sign an NDA. Now, some people say, yo, why are you going to try to make her sign an NDA to get her battles? She's doing interviews, detailing stuff now. You know what I'm saying? So maybe they were trying to prevent her from doing what she's doing now with NDA. I don't know. You know what I mean? But to me, it sounded like in the internet, not the internet, an interview on 41. In the interview, it sounded like she's a little bit hurt because of everything, you know. And she said that she, you know, her and Eazy is cool, you know what I mean? And they have a rapport, and, you know, I guess she feels like she needs to yell at him about something she can. Eazy takes before the battles get taken down, Eazy takes a step back, right? He's just like, instead of me, because now this is a business. This is just not hood stuff right now. Now it's a business, right? So I gotta like run it like a business. You know what I mean? I can have my homies calling me like, yo, I need this right that right now, you know, going crazy. You know, so he takes a step back. If anybody needs to get in touch with me, you go through this person. And she feeling like Eazy, thinking he better than everybody because she can't just, you know what I mean? People, what I'm hearing, can't just get in touch with him like that. You know what I mean? It's like he separated himself. He thinks he's the best battler in the world and all that. Is it he's separating himself because he's starting to see a lot of toxicity going on and trying to stay out of it so he can keep the conglomerate moving forward? Or is he being negative? You know what I mean? And just think about himself and just don't want to deal with y'all at all. It's like different ways to think about it. But the more I watched the interview, that's why I kind of wanted to watch it with y'all to see what y'all thought. But the more I watched the interview, the more it kind of seems like he's trying to hold the business together and take a step back from the mess. So it's like, I don't know, gang. You know what I mean? Like, it's the motives that people have going at they're Eazy. I don't know. What do y'all think about the motives? You know what I'm saying? Are people just coming at Eazy because you got the Reed Dollars, right? Shout out to Reed Dollars. Reed Dollars got a debatable battle with Eazy. Very good battle, right? Sometimes I got Eazy winning. Sometimes, I'm not saying that, I mean, everybody's saying it's debatable, but I hear more people than not sometimes saying Reed won, right? I think it's debatable. It could go either way. Reed ain't had no problem with Eazy. All of a sudden, now there's an issue. You know what I mean? So it's like, y'all know, like, when you battle somebody, you never really, they never really over that. You could tell, like, through battle rap history, us watching different battlers that battled before, they always, like, you know, stood on stage and talk crazy to me. They never really get over it. You know what I mean? So I don't know. But it's what Reed's saying. You know what I mean? Does it have a little salt? I don't know. You know what I mean? Y'all tell me what y'all think. But it seems like, to me, the whole Philly is jumping Eazy right now. And I'm not saying the whole him not being from there, because there's a video that surfaced, right? And he's got the cuts in the beard or whatever, and he's saying, like, yo, they saying I sound like y'all. You know, so that's kind of like, you know, more of an indication that he's not from Philly. You know what I mean? So is him not being from there is what's causing all of this. You know what I'm saying? Or are they trying to get behind the marketing train of Cassidy? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Maybe I'm caping a little bit. I don't know. Y'all keep it real in the chat. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Go crazy on me if you feel like you need to. But I don't know. Like, can y'all be, like, damaging future business? You know what I mean? Dealing with Chrome or dealing with Eazy with the battle. It's cool to, like, go and do interviews. Like, oh, he ain't from here, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Say whatever. But when it's a lot of personals attached to it, I don't want it to get to a place, right, to where people can't do business with him no more. You know what I mean? So that's because, you know, that kind of hurts battle rap a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I mean? But I do understand on the flip side of it, like things like what K Walker is saying. You know what I mean? Like, yo, he not really from here. I knew him. He was cool, you know, but then you get the Muslim Poppy situation. You know what I mean? So it's like Muslim Poppy comes out of nowhere, right? And he's like trying to damage Eazy. He's like doing interviews. It's like, bro, you was cool with him. Ready to lay your life down, ready to, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, go to jail for him. You don't even know him. But now it's like, you know, I showed him how to lace up his butters, you know, so now it's exposing thing. So I don't know. It's a little bit of hate. You know what I mean? Or is it just the effect of how strong, you know what I mean, the marketing power is of Cassidy? My thing is now, right? The quieter Eazy is about this situation with the Pottsville thing, the bigger it gets. This is what it's looking like to me, right? This is no hate on either party. It's getting... You always think about, what would you do if you're in a situation? We not in a situation, you know what I'm saying? We not being, like, marketed, you know what I mean, or anything, you know what I mean, going... You know what I mean? Like somebody going crazy on us like that. We not in that situation. You know what I'm saying? So it's easy for us to say, well, if I'm Eazy, I would do this, I would do that. I mean, at this point, you might as well just be like, hey, I ain't from there. I spent a lot of time, my family, my folks is from there, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know people, I hung out, I spent most of my time, you know what I mean? It's just how you handle it. You know what I mean? But the less he's quiet about it, I mean, the more he's quiet about it, the bigger it gets. You know what I'm saying? But all that being said, we still have a battle, you know what I mean? And when they get on the stage, I think Cassie might be able to get around. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it depends on what he continues to do. Maybe two, who knows? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You know, but are people putting themselves into the line to where they can't potentially do business because of all the personal stuff that it feels like is going on? I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think down in the comment section below. Let's go to this real quick. Get back into Cassie's marketing bag. You know what I mean? He says, Remy Ma was on my couch eating cereal. Cassie tells never before heard industry stories. I do want to hear this because now this is like he's bringing Remy into it. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Battle Facts to see him in here. I talked about that earlier. Talk about the John. You know what I'm saying? I talked about that. I'm not playing his song because I don't want to, you know what I mean, deal with having to call my network and doing none of that. I don't want to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? I talked about it. But if y'all go to Battle Facts channel after this, he uploaded one of them bullpen battles. Oh, Lord. Yo, hold on. Let's go. Hold on real quick. He uploaded in-game battle. Oh, Lord. Oh. Lord. Oh Lord. Matter of fact, you gotta go live. We gotta hear about this. Oh wow. Yo. What y'all think about this? What y'all think about this? Oh man. Shout out to John and Don. But let's get into what Cassidy's saying. Shout out to Cassidy.
Rap charts, overall charts, hip hop and R&B charts, every charts, bro. All my singles was top of the list, bro. Real.
Billboard Top 100 list.
What is it like being in the industry to be a A-list artist and having top?
Yo, I've never seen them like. Hold on. Yo, they had an event. He gets the battle. He uploads the battle. Oh, John. Shout out to John, man. Oh Lord. Oh man.
Hits and you know what I'm saying? Like, is it smoke and mirrors? Is it, you know what I'm saying? Is it really tough to be in that spot? Is it a lot of pressure being in this industry? You know what I'm saying? To, change and conform to what the industry is. Like, how were you surviving and dealing?
Hold on, Knowledge the God. Shout out to Knowledge the God. I'm thinking about doing that with the interview I got with J Mill, just uploading bits and pieces of it, changing the title. The title he has on this is insane, bro. Look, Remy Ma was on my couch eating cereal. Hey! I know Remy Ma somewhere punching the air. She is gonna get you, Knowledge.
With being so young in that business, you know what I'm saying? Where it's like not always beneficial for the artist, you know what I'm saying? People get robbed and taken advantage of and things like that. Well, what was your experience like?
Yo, that's the thing, like,
Oh Lord. Yo, I can get creative with my titles. I've never thought about nothing like that, bruh. If I would have interviewed Cass, I would not have thought about that. Remy Ma was on my couch eating cereal. Cassidy tells never before industry stories. Don't go crazy on me, Remy. Shout out to you. Knowledge ain't never gonna get no easy interview, bro. Like, this is crazy. He like, forget it. You know what I mean? Like, Knowledge is wildin', bro.
Stories about people getting robbed or shit happening. That can have you feeling some type of way. So it's ups and downs about the industry, just like with any business. Any business in the world you try to get in and elevate in, there's going to be some issues. It ain't going to be all smooth selling. Like, there's always going to be issues and problems to try to elevate in any business. But I think it's all a perspective. Like, being an artist and trying to get in a position, you're going to look at it a certain way. But imagine if somebody gave you billions of dollars and let you own the company and told you to put other artists on. How would you look at it? Would you look at it the exact same way you look at it as an artist? Because when you the billionaire and you able to put people on, people going to take advantage of you. They going to do whatever they could do to get that paper. So you got to set certain guidelines to make sure you can keep it and maintain it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So you might not be thinking the same as an artist. So I was able to think in all different places. Like, as an artist.
Captain Crunch in the chat, please. Can we get some Captain Crunch in the chat? This is crazy, bruh. Cassidy, why she want me free? Why she free me? Why she want to free me? Why she want to? Hey, y'all, should I ask Cassie for an interview? I asked Eazy if you want to interview. He ignored it. Shout out to Eazy. Should I ask Cassie for an interview? Let me know.
An artist, as a successful artist, as a businessman, as a label owner, as the that's putting other people on. Like I got an opportunity to think in all them positions.
Cereal bowls in the chat, please. Oh God, y'all is crazy. Why are y'all putting? Oh, y'all is crazy, gang.
I know it's like different.
Let me ask you this: what was it like?
Nobody would never be the same in all of them different positions, and that's the thing.
Okay.
Like, people think that they would, but you can't be. You know what I'm saying? You can't be exactly the same and make the same decisions and be successful in all them different levels. And the people that feel like they gotta be the same, them the people that be stagnated. But the people that understand that you're gonna have to be different and shake and move different depending on the level you on. Those be the people that be the best off and elevate.
Okay. What was it like signing your first deal? Was it a good deal? Was it beneficial?
Well, it just depends on how you look at it.
Shout out to Ja Rule. You know what I'm saying? I try to stay out of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool with 50. I ain't got no problem with 50 Cent. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to say nothing. Yeah, I don't want to say nothing about that. You know, I used to listen to Ja Rule's music back in the day. I'm cool on talk about all that. But Ja Rule did a video not too long ago. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm talking about. But it was shout out to them. I ain't getting involved in that.
Nice.
I'm not trying to wake up on a Jumbotron 50 coming at me, bro. Like I got a strong network, but I don't know. I don't think it can stop that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to 50 Cent. I'm cool on that, man.
You sign your first deal. Nobody that signed their first deal is ever going to be fair.
Okay.
Like the person that's giving you an opportunity or feel like they putting you in position going to make it more fair for them.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So nothing in this music business is ever going to be perfect, but you got to just figure out what your plan is. So, you know, signing to Rough Riders in the beginning and that shit you got to deal with if you working with it. But I understand that and I'm cool with it. I'm not going to try to bash or make it seem like the industry is completely fucked up. You don't figure it out yourself, then they just going to make money off you and you ain't going to make shit.
Right.
So the best thing, J Records don't exist no more.
Right.
It's confused. So the street that love me for that is like
type things, like, you know what I mean?
there's a thin line between it. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, my first platinum song, but you got to keep it.
Where Knowledge? Stop doing this to us. Where is the part where he's talking about she eating cereal?
When he wanted me as a solo artist, just seeing me battle.
Was it a good deal? Was it beneficial?
Stop
so that they can stay in position. That's just automatic.
Mm.
And that shit you got to do. The business period.
I don't see no cereal talk. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not about to scrub through 28 minutes of no cereal talk. Shout out to them though. Shout out to Knowledge to God for the title. That caught me off guard. I got a message. I was like, I'm doing the live and somebody messaged me and they were just like, yo, this title is crazy. I'm like, what are y'all talking about? And it was the title for this. Like and I looked, I'm like, oh. Yo, Cassidy is funny, bro. You know what I'm saying? Somebody says at the end. Hold on. Let's go to that.
But I ain't lie, right? You look. I ain't lie. Called to the studio. Like, I ain't lie. And that was like, damn, that's fire. Like, and then he put me on a song with me, him, and Patti LaBelle from Philly. Somebody that's really from Philly. That it's not like a Beyonce. Like, I seen Beyonce a few times.
Okay.
Like, so the stories is more limited. So when you know about the times you was with Beyonce,
I do want to Cassie, I interviewed you before. I want to do an interview. You know, I don't like the interview thing. You know what I'm saying? Cass, I think I only got like a couple interviews on here, 3 maybe 4 at the most. It's got to be a big situation for me to want to interview somebody because you sitting down, you talking to people, all the bad words, all that. You ain't gonna get monetized. I don't know. So he's one of them that I interviewed before. I want to interview him about his history. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm interested in. Like obviously the battle and all that, but the history, you know, of Cassie's got a long history, bro. You know, so that's good. Now this is making me want to watch this interview a little bit more.
more memorable.
Okay.
But like, say with Remy, she used to come around so much that I forgot about a lot of times she was around.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it could be shit like that. Like, I'm talking to my man the other day. He like, yo, you about to such about it? Oh yeah, I remember when I came to your shit in Queens and Remy was on the couch eating cereal and like
you ain't even remember. Yeah.
Like, yo, she was there, she was eating cereal and you said this and it's like, cause it's like,
so it made sense why she would wear a free cash shirt.
it's so much history that you don't even remember it all.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, so they mad cool.
It could be some people like that, but some people that's more limited. Like R. Kelly. Like, I ain't been around him like so many times that I could forget. It was only the time when we did the hotel video.
All right, shout out to Cassidy. Shout out to them. What do y'all think in the comment section about John John's song? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to John John. I thought the song was like the beat. I don't. It's not his beat. It's somebody else's beat, and that's another reason why I don't want to react to it. Plus, I asked him. I'm like, yo, he gonna let me react to it? He ignored me. I think he mad at me, got me blocked. I don't know. Shout out to John John. But I actually liked the song. I thought the song was kind of dope, man. I ain't gonna even lie. You know what I mean? If he would have been rapping about something else, it would have been cool. It kind of makes me like wonder, like, yo, why didn't he like? If him and Fonz would have had like, you know, going back and forth on Wax or something like that, that probably would have been cool. Like he can rap, man.
And then the time when
hold on. Somebody said the Jones 8220 with the super chat says salute PIPERBOY in chat. I just watched Chess versus Clutch on YouTube and wow, the culture is in great hands. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you, man. Also, go to Battle Facts channel. He ended up just, you know what I mean, you could see he was saying he was gonna upload some battles from Endgame or whatever. He uploaded one of the battles from Endgame. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, like maybe and John he came out with a song. I don't know, maybe it's kind of just like maybe he feel like he's losing in that situation. He's just like, yo, let me just come out with something, just get everything off my chest. I don't know, man, but that's wild. That's like let's say URL has a battle or something, you know, and then I put the battle out. It's like I got the rights to the battle. And it's like they did their business so wrong that I'm able to get the rights or whatever to the battle. That's crazy, bro. So I don't know, man. Shout out to John John. Shout out to him, man. Somebody said Tubi bought the battles. Shout out to him, man. I don't want to say, I ain't saying nothing about you, John John. I was listening to that diss track like, you about to get me, you about to get me. Shout out to John John, you know what I'm saying? But I'm out. Comment, rate, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think about that. I'm just a blogger. Wait a minute. But I do feel like I've never been a fan of jumping people. Like that's, you know, that's kind of really why I wanted to do this live. Jumping people it's kind of crazy. You know what I mean? Like if Cassidy's marketing is so strong to where it's getting people to do that, cool. You know what I mean? But it's just like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, say your piece, but y'all like doing the most. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to everybody.